Bienvenidos a Sobre un macabro podcast. Yo soy Dee.
Yo soy Ali.
Y hoy Ali les contará de un caso que sucedió en Middle River, Maryland.
Today, we bring you a case that is both heartbreaking and disturbing. A case that raises questions about how a child slipped through the cracks and how the person who is supposed to love and protect her failed her and took her life away. This is a tragic case of London Olsen.
Advertencia: la información de este caso puede ser desencadenante para algunos. Tenga en cuenta que algunos de estos casos pueden involucrar menores de edad, abuso, violación o violencia. Escuchen con precaución.
Warning: the information on this case can be triggering to some. Please be advised that some of these cases may involve children, abuse, rape, and violence. Listen with caution.
It's an innocent child, an innocent life that was snuffed out way too soon. For what? For no reason.
There was repeated attempts to try to get her some help and get the kids help, and it just came too late.
At approximately 12 p.m. on January 23, 2025, a 911 call was placed by an individual reporting that their neighbor had arrived at their home, claiming there was a deceased child in their residence who had suffered cardiac arrest. When authorities arrived at the scene, they discovered 11-year-old London Olsen dead in the family basement. Tras la inspección, quedó claro de inmediato que London no había muerto por un paro cardíaco. El cuerpo de London presentaba signos de un grave trauma físico. Presentaba hematomas, which are bruises, en el cuello y en los brazos, además de una marca distintiva en el cuello, que se identificó como causada por un plastic drain cleaner. Have you seen those, right? Like those que metes así cuando donde lavas, que metes
Like like either, because I know they have one that's small for like straws and then a bigger one for like water bottles and stuff.
Yeah, so this is for like the drain cleaner. So it's those longer ones.
Okay.
So she had a mark on her neck, and they found one of those plastic drain cleaners close to her. Oh. So they're saying that was what they used to strangle her. También se encontró sangre en el suelo. Esto no se trataba de una emergencia médica, sino de un homicidio. Una autopsia confirmó que London había sido estrangulada. La madre de London, Kiana Dillon, de 34 años, se convirtió rápidamente en la sospechosa. Durante el interrogatorio, mostró un comportamiento errático. Se negó, no quería hablar con las autoridades. Y hizo declaraciones muy extrañas sobre exponer redes de prostitución infantil, transexuales y los Proud Boys. Un escalofriante relato del hermano o hermana, it was a sibling, de London, who was 5 years old, involucró aún más a Kiana. Declaró este niño o niña de 5 años, declaró a las autoridades que la noche anterior de la muerte de London, su madre Kiana mató a los 2 gatos, a un perro y a un conejo de la familia con un martillo. Kiana supuestamente declaró a las autoridades que ella mató a las mascotas para demostrarle a London de lo que ella era capaz si London no decía la verdad. Kiana creía que London mantenía relaciones sexuales con el padre de sus otros 3 hijos.
What?
So she wanted her to tell her the truth. Like, tell me the truth that you
Yeah.
are having sexual relationships with this person. And to show you what I'm capable of, I'm going to kill our pets.
Oh my god.
And she murdered all 4.
Oh no.
They didn't say it, if it happened in front of the 4 kids, but they knew.
For them to like even testify the fact that the mother had done, like, even like insinuate that she did it, it just shows that they most likely saw something
They saw, yeah.
that allude
Mhm.
to it.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
CBS News informó que los detectives no encontraron pruebas que respaldaran las acusaciones de Kiana de que London fuera víctima de abuso sexual. Además, no había señales de entrada forzada en la casa. Las únicas personas en esa casa fueron Kiana y los 4 hijos. El hermano o la hermana de 5 años también reveló haber visto a Kiana asfixiando a London en el sótano. So just think about it. These kids not only possibly saw or heard their pets being murdered by their mom, but the 5-year-old also went downstairs and said that they saw their mom choking their sister.
That's horrible. This is a hellhole of a home.
Sin embargo, Kiana insistió que esto no era cierto. Ella dijo que le estaba dando CPR a su hija.
God.
She's all over the place.
Yeah, she's very erratic. She can't keep a story straight. There's like consistency with what the siblings are saying compared to what the mother is saying. So it's wild.
Yeah. Aunque no se detalló completamente la naturaleza específica de su comportamiento errático, parece que Kiana, as you guys can see, está mostrando like posible paranoia y unusual thought patterns.
Yeah. Do you also somehow perceive that there's like some sort of hallucinations?
Probably.
Because
they haven't really like given anything to say that, but
there's signs.
There's possible signs.
Yeah.
That maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they didn't really state anything like that.
Yeah. Went into details on what was going on or anything.
Yeah. Según medios de comunicación, la policía había visitado esta casa en ocasiones anteriores, por otros motivos que no se revelaron. El historial criminal de Kiana también presenta un panorama preocupante. A los 15 años, Kiana fue condenada por un intento de asesinato.
Oh.
When she was 15. En el 2018 fue condenada por agresión en segundo grado. Y en el 2021 fue acusada de amenazar con incendiar la casa de un primo. Este mismo primo la describió como peligrosa, violenta y una amenaza. En el 2022 se hizo una orden de arresto contra Kiana tras no presentarse a la corte. Sin embargo, debido a errores administrativos como un nombre mal escrito y la falta de una dirección actual, la orden nunca se cumplió. So she was not served because someone misspelled her name and they had no current address.
That's so wild. Yeah, because that's one of my the things that I was thinking about. I was like, okay, if she's done this erratic behavior with her own children, I can only imagine that there's heavy presence of this in the past. So for this to just kind of go underneath the radar, not be one of the red flags to know that this woman is chaotic and insane, it just shows how simple, probably mistakes from like the court made something even more worse. It's a human mistake, but it caused so much damage to this family.
Mm-hmm. But see, this is the thing. Disturbingly, this is where the case just starts. More questions start coming in, because police communications on the day of London's death suggest that authorities were already aware of Kiana's location. In a record exchange between a dispatcher and an officer on the day that London was found, the officer confirmed that the residence was the same address linked to a person they had been attempting to locate earlier.
Wow.
The officer referenced this a 1099 code, indicating that Kiana was wanted by law enforcement.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Al parecer, Kiana sabía que las autoridades la estaban buscando. En un video publicado en redes sociales, ella dijo, quote, "Y'all trying to get me. Y'all was trying to get me. I've seen all the police. I'm waiting for them because the moment they shoot, y'all going to hear a ringing noise in y'all's ears." She was posting.
Yeah, she was even posting erratic stuff online too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. En los días previos al asesinato, Kiana publicó más videos, cada vez más erráticos y alarmantes. Uno de estos videos incluía una amenaza directa en la que Kiana mencionaba hacerse daño a ella misma y a sus hijos. Según una tía, intentó alertar a las autoridades y a diferentes departamentos de servicios sociales. She said that they kept redirecting her calls. Finalmente, alguien de Child Protective Services se contactó con ella el día antes del asesinato.
Oh my God.
Lo que provocó un wellness check.
Yeah.
Pero para entonces ya era demasiado tarde. It's just one bad news after another.
It's one thing with another thing with another thing. This is horrible. It just truly shows like of such a flawed system, and how the urgency of trying to save these kids from their erratic mother, it was just like not even on their radar, that they were like, we should really take care of this case. We've already have cases against her, and she's been known to be this type of person, and for that to just not be into consideration when trying to reach somebody to help these children, it's mind-blowing.
It is, yeah. En un video especialmente perturbador, Kiana afirmó lo siguiente: "Y'all gave my daughter HIV. My 11-year-old is running around with HIV."
What?
Her videos were just like, I'm telling you, when you ask me right now, like if she had any like hallucinations or delusions, like it's just,
you're like, I can't really claim.
I can't claim it, but maybe. I mean, it's just the way that she's just making these things up. I mean, I'm really hoping this kid wasn't sexually abused, right? But por lo que, by what they've, like the test and everything that they've done, they've said there's no signs of sexual abuse. So
it's just
was
something
this
that
mother
she
making it up?
Yeah.
She created, right? And then saying these people are giving my kid HIV, like is she?
What?
I'm like, I don't know. It brings up a good question. Was she hearing things?
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
For me, it's like, we're like, okay, clearly there's no signs of like multiple like personalities. There isn't signs of like any sort of like mood swings. It's more of paranoia and just constantly just erratically just saying things out loud, and a part of me feels like she's just a compulsive liar who just is in an erratic spiraling moment. Like she can't identify what's real and what's fake. So
There's probably a mixture of a lot of
yeah.
different things.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of
And
different
the
diagnoses.
fact that she still has like some sort of violent record just shows that it's not something that has been building up for a while, but it's one of those things that she's been dealing with for a long time.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, I'm not saying that she needs to be medicated, but clearly there's something there that needs to be honed down to the point that this person it's a danger to herself, to the people around her, to her children, and to society. And she needs to have some sort of evaluation to identify what this is, because
What's going on? Yeah.
it's definitely not normal.
It's not. And just seeing the videos that she posted, I mean, I didn't go into her profile and see them. I just like saw them, like what the news would, like lo que las noticias ponían los videos de ella, and it's just watching her videos, it's alarming. Like just her behavior and the way she talks, it's just like it was very alarming.
It was scary, and
Very
to me,
sad.
like I understand that, because I've seen the video clips of I forgot the case that I made, where the mother was like clearly not mentally.
Oh, the one that she's like laughing at the at court.
Yeah,
She's
like
laughing. Yeah,
she's laughing. She's like not vision. Like you can
present,
tell
not
that.
there.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see that there's like a blankness in her eyes, and she's just laughing in her own like hysteria. And even the other mother who murdered her child, who thought she was possessed, and she did a YouTube video saying how she saved her daughter,
Right,
how like, you know, her daughter was being possessed and she wasn't eating, and clearly you can tell that she was all smiles, she's all happy. There's no remorse, there's no sadness, there's no empathy for her child. She's
It's
just
just
kind
the
of carrying
blinks
on.
there.
Yeah, and I feel like it's the same way
Right.
with Kiana, where she clearly doesn't care about her kids. She doesn't care about anybody around her. She only cares about herself and how she's gonna get back at society and gonna get back to, you know, everybody, because everybody is out to get her, instead of like trying to see that they're trying to help her or trying to find help for her. It's like, no, you guys are going to see what's going to happen. You know, this is going to happen, and you guys are, you know, at fault for giving my kid HIV. When it's like, your child has no signs of being, you know, sexually abused or have any sort of sexual, you know, transmitted diseases, but yet here you are claiming it is. It's bizarre and it's crazy. So I can only imagine how her videos might be.
Los vecinos también informaron posteriormente haber visto evidencia de abuso en los otros niños. They said that they saw the kids with bruises.
Yeah.
As well.
Damn.
Además, los registros escolares indicaban que a London la habían sacado de la escuela desde el año 2023. So she wasn't enrolled in school.
Yeah.
For over a year. For almost 2 years. Kiana se encuentra actualmente encarcelada y se le ha negado la libertad bajo fianza. Enfrenta cargos de homicidio en primer grado. En su audiencia, se informó que Kiana continuó exhibiendo un comportamiento errático, declarando lo siguiente: me represento a mí misma. Oh, and we translated this to Spanish. Me represento a mí misma. Violaron mis derechos. Soy una soberana indígena de la tierra. Recolectaron mi ADN sin mi permiso. Están violando mis derechos. A pesar de que se le ofreció representación legal, ella insistió en defenderse a ella misma. Antes de proceder, el juez ordenó una evaluación psicológica y Kiana ahora está esperando un competency hearing. This case leaves behind many unanswered questions. Could London's death have been prevented? Many people online point to multiple systemic failures. such as law enforcement's mishandling of the warrant, Child Protective Services delayed response, and the possible lack of intervention from those who witnessed Keyana's deteriorating mental state. Pero como dije, la familia dijo que ellos reportaron. Ellos dicen que sí trataron de intervenir y que sí hicieron reportes. La sargento Betsy Smith, quien es la portavoz de la Asociación Nacional de Policía, describió esto como un ejemplo desgarrador de una niña perdida en el sistema. Que ella preguntó que si los amigos y familiares que vieron las preocupantes publicaciones de Keyana en redes sociales hicieron lo suficiente para alertar a las autoridades. Sin embargo, la tía que intentó denunciar las amenazas de Keyana sostiene que sus advertencias fueron ignoradas hasta que fue demasiado tarde. So everyone's just trying to figure out
where did it all go wrong.
Exactly, yeah. La sargento Smith afirmó que incluso si la orden se hubiera ejecutado, she's saying, let's say if the warrant would have been served, es probable que Keyana hubiera sido liberada poco después. So, la sargento Smith dice que a lo mejor el crimen todavía aún hubiera pasado.
But at the same time, I'm in my, because I feel like they're just taking a part of the case. I feel overall like, the claims the court claims and how they got the wrong, like the misspelled name, the address, but yet somehow that address is still the same address that was that was still connected to her. That could have had something to do with it. If that would have gotten fixed, then the murder might have not happened.
Mm-hmm.
And if CPS was more aware of what was going on and I took the case seriously, maybe those kids might have gotten out of that home based on the mother's reaction.
Yeah. And we don't know how many CPS reports there have been.
Exactly.
That were made. We don't know if the neighbors called, friends called, family called. We don't know that yet.
Since everybody says that, they witness abuse. Right. And there was calls, there were CP, there was some sort of push to get these kids, in a safer environment. Those could have still added up to something.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the thing is, you're just looking at one piece of the case,
right?
But you're not seeing the whole picture of it, of what led to, the tragic murder of her child.
Right.
To me, it makes no sense. We can what if the whole case. We could say, what if this? What if that? What if that? Yet it still doesn't change the fact that a child was horrendously murdered by her mother, and now se están echando la bolita para ver de quién es la culpa de quién.
Yeah.
And it's no, it's truly the fault of the system, because the system failed not only the kids but the family and people that were trying to reach out and try to get them out of this horrible situation. But the fact that the government didn't want to do anything about it, or let's face it, sometimes they're overwhelmed with work. They didn't have enough, funds, or they were understaffed to go ahead and provide the proper help. But at the same time, it's there's no justification for you just looking at one piece of the whole puzzle, It's a whole thing that's connected.
Yeah. I agree with you, because what if they would have arrested her, if that warrant would have gone through, they arrest her y como dices, empiezan a chequear el historial, right? What if in that moment, what if she would have started behaving in an erratic way, right? What if something that she said, or maybe what if the kid said something during that arrest that would have caught their attention, right? It would have been prevented. And I completely agree with you. Right now, it's all the what ifs. Well, if this would have been done, if that would have done. At the end of it, none of this is going to bring London back.
Yeah, exactly.
And no one right now is releasing anything because of confidentiality, right?
Of course.
The news are asking how many reports went in, what was reported, and they're we can't share that information because it's confidential.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's it's confidential, but at some point during the trial of this murder case, those
gonna come
files
out.
are going to come out.
Oh yeah.
And then
Mhm.
that's when we're going to see, how many. There's a reason why they don't want to show these. There's a reason. It could have easily been said, yes, we fucked up. We didn't get to this case as fast as we hoped so. But even that, it's just like you're trying to like defer the attention of the fact that something could have been done to save this child. Yet you're trying to cover face by saying, it's confidential, like we can't really let it go because it's an open case. But still, it's
right. It's like it's frustrating because I can't imagine, como dice la tía, estuvo llamando, and if they, from what she's saying, they kept redirecting her. It's like, why would you do that? That is like so frustrating. You're supposed to be there to help kids and to get this information. Like, why do you keep redirecting someone who's just trying to help out an innocent child? It's just frustrating.
Completely agree. But it's one of those things that's like, I can see both sides of the situation, the government being understaffed, not having enough resources, but also the parents, or the family members. They are trying their best, trying to solve this issue by doing what they're told to do. And yet, somehow, some way, the system eventually fails these children, and now we have a tragic murder in their hands,
Yeah. Y la responsable de la muerte de London es su madre.
Mm-hmm.
Su madre le falló a esta niña.
Yeah. And she's still out here acting erratic, acting out of control. And then now that she's arrested, now that she's in jail, now that the murder happened, all these clips are coming out where she's being absolutely bizarre, saying all these things that, could have been like useful as well when reporting these CPS reports, and yet none of this can be confirmed because it's confidential. Like,
well, it'll come up.
Like it's
like you said, when it goes to court, it's gonna come up.
Yeah,
it's gonna come up, and the truth it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Le arrebataron la vida a una niña hermosa y inocente. Nuestros corazones están con los hermanos y seres queridos de London, en especial con el pequeño o la pequeña que presenció la muerte de su hermana. Solo podemos esperar que estos niños reciban la atención y el apoyo que necesitan para sanar. No hay justificación por lo que hizo Kiana. While it is clear that she is struggling with a serious psychological and mental issue, nothing excuses the act of taking an innocent life. Este es el trágico caso de London Olsen.
It's been tremendously heartbreaking for all of us. This shouldn't have happened. It's coming from a place of pain, a place of hurt. The system failed. It shouldn't have happened.
Y este fue el caso de esta semana. Again, our hearts go out to all the families, all the friends, anybody that felt any sort of, resemblance or empathy for this poor innocent child. Like, to us, it's still one of those things that's very hard to wrap our minds through. And as much as we want to have some sort of justice, it's still very hard to just be like, she's getting justice, the mom's in jail, but at the same time it's like, this could have been prevented. But if
it's just pobrecita niña. Like, the last image she had, it was of this person who was supposed to be the one who loved and protected her,
of course,
hurting her.
Yeah. And it's not like, and the tragic part is not that it only happened that one time, it happened multiple times. And it's so tragic to just feel like, how long was this child suffering? And yet she didn't get the proper access to get out of that tragic place because of, X, Y, and Z. And the person that was supposed to love and protect and guide her and see her grow is the one that took her life away, and it's heartbreaking, and it sucks to like cover these cases because it's not fair. But if you want to discuss this case, or give us any sort of background or details, if you have any, our comment sections are open. We will gladly read them. We've received a few updates on different cases on our YouTube channel, on our Spotify, and we are very grateful for any sort of update you guys have. So if you guys have any comments, any sort of thoughts, any sort of updates on the cases, we would love to see them. We really, really, really appreciate it. You can follow us or leave a comment or a DM on our social media platforms. We have Instagram, Twitter, or X as it's known now, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and Facebook. You can follow us on that area of the internet as at SVSM_podcast, or on Facebook as Sobre podcast. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have the video portion of this podcast. And you can just type in Sobre podcast or SVSM_podcast, and it should pop up. If you want to, leave any comments, any suggestions, anything, we would gladly, appreciate it, and we read every single one of them. I'm trying to think, am I forgetting anything on that realm? Am I?
I don't think so. I think you're good.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to see the video portion of this, we usually upload it in a couple of days after the episode is already uploaded. So, just give us some time and it should be up. If you want to listen to the rest of the 138 episodes, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you stream podcasts. Just type in Sobre podcast and our discography. No, our catalog.
You really want us to?
I do. I do want us to become singers with this horrendous voice. You can find our catalogs on there. Like I said, just type in Sobre podcast, and it should be there. You can listen to the other 138 episodes we have. Please subscribe, follow us, and tune in. Anything else? Oh, please review us and do that magical stuff and leave us little reviews. We'd love to read them. The good, the bad, the ugly. We love to see them. Ranking us on those will help us move forward and get like a bigger audience, and we would really appreciate it if you haven't. I think that's about it. Yes. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Oh, you got everything covered.
Okay, sounds good. That's it.
Sorry this episode is going up late again this week.
Yeah. We've been...
It was my fault again.
Yeah.
I was not feeling well this week.
I swear that it's one thing or another. At this point, I feel like we should just upload on Fridays. But, that's just me.
Sorry guys, I wasn't feeling well and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but we're glad you're feeling better. So
thank you.
Just keep drinking, keep staying hydrated.
Drinking what?
Water, because alcohol is not going to do anything.
I was thinking coffee.
But if you have any other suggestions, we would really appreciate it. We love to, go through these cases and see what people like to listen to. So thank you so much. Anything else? I forget. I keep forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
You're good.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
You'll probably remember for the next episode.
I'll probably remember for the next episode. You're right. But for now, this is this week's case. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we really appreciate it.
Oh, and I dyed my hair.
Oh, yeah. Allie dyed her
Finally.
hair. Guess what color? Pink. If you want to see the visuals,
right?
I know. If you want to see the visuals, go on our YouTube channel. You'll see it there. But for now,
pink star if you guess pink.
I know, you get a pink star. She's like, what is it? Lava girl? Is that Lava Girl has pink hair?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
She's in her Lava Girl moment. But yeah, tune in, subscribe, do all those fun stuff. But until next week,
Yeah, y nos vemos la próxima semanita.
take care.
Adios.
Bye.
I thought you were going to say something.
No, I was going to say happy April, but yeah.
Yeah.
Happy April. We'll see you guys next week.
Adios.
Bye. Stay spooky.
Ooh, get the spooky. Ooh, I love your purple nails.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.